B side, keep an extra player pinned in over there.
Yeah, I mean, dodging the 0 point as well. This looks like it's a full commitment to a bit of a fake. At least, yeah, putting pressure onto mid, putting pressure onto B a little bit, just saying, hey, we're planning on taking over mid. We want to push mid to B. So you got to have at least 3 people on the B side if you want to be prepared for this. And it's working so far. Trace, only 2 people left on the A site.
For a good flash, but Texture's ahead of it.
Oh, man, Hey-Bay, he thought he had a timing, but he's going to miss out on it. Texture just swings out off the pop flash themselves. Gen.G in with no casualties, no damage taken. Spike will get planted, and for a pistol round, this is already looking way too tough for Trace Esports.
Yeah, sometimes it's just that little bit of extra utility that you throw out in the beginning of the round that keeps players kind of curious. And Foxy9, good, but out good for the trade.
Yeah, now it's going to be a 4v2 still in favor of Gen.G. Texture just stabilizing that shot, and just Xiao left all alone. We'll see if he can do any damage with that Sheriff. He is going to want to go down at some point, and they will be hunting him. Yo-Man going to go in for the hunt, try to get a point towards that Hunter's Fury. So Gen.G.
That A attack. So you can already see the protocols, the ideas, very well structured for Gen.G.
Yeah, and this time shoving them back further with their own 0 point on the side of Gen.G. Munchkin just saying, hey, don't try anything too crafty. We're not going to have you set up under the one-way or anything like that over on A main. And then they're going to go for some slow reclears on the Gen.G side, going on their classic Guardian pickups here on the anti-eco. No big surprise there.
Yeah, this is a team that thrives last year with the one-tap weapons. I mean, the Guardians for Munchkin in particular, even though he's not one of them grabbing it, but Karan, no slouch. Texture, I don't care what gun he's got in his hands, he's good with it. And Foxy9 with a Marshall, I like that as well. Kind of that backline player, can maintain control of B main pretty easily. A push out here for Zhao, and it's just shot right down by Gen.G. 2 quick kills, King and Zhao down. Now, try to aggress forward.
Looking for a flash timing here from Trace Esports, but they're waiting a bit too long. They wait for that 0 point. There is the drone, and it's going to be good for 1, good for 2. BNK, that's more than you could have hoped for with a classic. Gonna find the right timing. Foxy9 not able to land the shot initially, but of course, Feng low on that armor, nothing to really guard him. So Foxy9 will stabilize that site open. But, I mean, listen, you already got some damage down. We'll see if Hey-Bay can get away with a bit more now picking up that Sheriff.
Yeah, this is even a good quick adaptation here, though, from the side up to EE. Like, learning from that last A main push, like, you know, Gen.G was pretty prepared for it, so this time they throw the over flash, they're not as ready, and they get 2 kills out of it.
Oh, Texture goes for the swing himself, tries to find him off guard, almost missed on it, went a little bit too far, but he will pick up the kill. So 3 remaining main members, you've still got the weapons in hand, and not so bad at all for the side of Gen.G. And Trace, yeah, they'll take what they can get on that eco.
Yeah, absolutely, and already gonna snag an Odin.
I mean, this is the ever-growing mystery of Valorant, is that how far will he go? All the way up, maybe all the way to space. We'll have to wait and see.
Because people need him.
Yeah, I mean, going just all the way. He just disappears one day.
Yeah,
like, all right, I guess that's it. That's the ceiling.
He comes back with the Champions Trophy, and we're like, wow, how'd you do it?
Here.
Well, Gen.G, now, of course, just with a 2 Guardian buy, they're going to have rifles in their hands as well. But the Odin out for BNK. Ooh, Alarm Bot just a bit deep into mid. It's not going to get taken out by that Shock Dart.
Yeah, that's a toughie there for Gen.G. Could kind of allow a bit of a trap to be sprung by TE potentially, but Texture rethinks it. Clear the drone there, but too much information given over. So typically, Foxy9 is going to be the one holding down that opposite angle. However, that allows TE to kind of understand, okay, well, we saw the Sentinel.
Yep.
We can keep our 3 stack. We haven't had the Alarm Bot tripped, so this is starting to feel like A.
Yeah, they have a pretty good idea as well, because you just look at BNK's position. Again, tags only 1 on the Killjoy. It's going to be a good sign for Trace Esports. They're ready for it. Can they hit the shots? But the Paranoia, good timing. Counter Paranoia to push them back. And that's going to ruin the timing. Only 25 seconds. So now Trace Esports, they're going to like to believe that Gen.G doesn't really have an option then to go for A. The question is are you ready for the pinch? It looks like it. Zhao's going to empty out A short on Garden. He's just going to go backwards, but there's the fragment. Pushes him out. There's too many targets. And Texture's going to find it on the entry. Lil King trying to hold strong. It's just him left. And now he's going to have some support from Feng up top. And they are going to survive. Only 3 seconds. Round's already over. The matter is can Lil King also keep his weapon? And he's going to swing out, gets the kill himself. Too slow, but Gen.G, we know that they do that sometimes, but they pick up on their errors very quickly, and they recognize, okay, is Trace going to play this patient? They're a bit more aggressive. We'll see what the changes are. Obviously, Trace took a little bit of damage on their buy as well, so it's still anybody's game here on this round to start to sway the econ just a bit. Heron trying to hide up in the one way, gets shoved off eventually, but no damage taken. And Texture deep, so it looks like they might be ready just to send him, maybe break the alarm bot with himself and see what the reaction is, or it's just going to be a fast rush into B. But look at the Killjoy setup on B. They're ready for a bit of a pinch, even coming in from mid, because they are just going to shut off that alley and make sure that they can keep that Odin alive.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to have to be a really clean execute from Gen.G. I mean, yes, they're very capable of it in the past, but with this new roster, all the timings have to be so perfect. Man. Gonna set up for this recon. Alarm bot's gonna be cleared. The push is on. Odin spam to try to dissuade them a little bit, but there's just too much pressure, and they're gonna have to back off. This is really nice time by Gen.G.
Yeah, they're in the 0.4 Nano Swarms early, and they get the Odin out of the hands as well. Fung now left all alone. Backup is on its way, but there is a smoke trying to bar them from in. Yeoman is holding back. Fung peeks out of the smoke, repositions. Backup is now coming in. Yeoman has to try to get the kills, but Fung, he can't pick up the Odin in time, and they do not clear Yeoman, but he's not going to be able to take down all of them. It's going to be
of utility. A miracle from Yeoman. So really well thought out, really well handled. Now the Odin and the operator going to be in the hands of Tracy. That's a great shot from Zhao.
What a flick, and ready to back out as well. The angle perfect for the tailwind. I thought he might be getting a bit greedy looking at the silhouettes through the X-ray vision, but it's going to be Zhao coming out with it. And as Ascent goes, I mean, Odin and Operator, that's what makes the attacking side a bit too hard. That 0 point hitting the corner, so Hebe not getting full information that he would want. But now, therefore, they just commit and say, okay, we're going to center more around the middle of the map. We're going to clear out A short a bit, make sure we're ready for it. Just empty out the site, right? We don't have any information. We don't want to greet it. They're on an eco, and Trace, the discipline, really shining through.
Yeah, exactly. And, there is a world where maybe Munchkin pops his ultimate as well, so you kind of want to give yourself a little bit of space that you don't have to worry about that, trying to, especially with the Sheriffs of Gen.G, you don't want to give them opportunities to kind of swing around in their advantage when you can't respond with utility or something like that. Just really make sure that you're playing this relatively cautious so that Odin right outside of B is, once again, Gen.G trying to make their way over there. A little bit of utility being thrown over towards A, but GEN.G just hoping, as always, this Odin's going to get some value. It's a good shot card, a good kill.
The timing's so good. What a read on just reading. Okay, are they peeking out towards our Killjoy util? What else is going on? And he's still staying alive. Gets a 3K to fishing for a reaction out of Foxy9.
Exactly. It is really, really smart stuff. They're trying to punish him there, but Foxy9 pretty wise to that game. Duelist himself, kind of reading that play very, very nicely, but you do at least clear the turret, so you've got that going for you as Trace Esports, and it makes it a lot tougher there for that Gen.G player. Try to get any more damage done initially is, you can just see, again, they've got already pretty decent A main control. It's going to be a lot of heavy lifting from Hebe with that KO. Try to make sure that you're keeping these pushes in check. Now a bit of a mid crunch being set up here by TE. They love to get aggressive.
Yeah, and it's the Odin kind of jiggle peeking for the operator. I love to see that. You're not really expecting, but Trace Esports has a good idea that with Gen.G would normally, their style would be to re-clear everything because you don't know where the op's gone now. But Gen.G says we're just going to wait. We're going to pile on through A side. A good read coming out from Munchkin, coming in with the null command as well. So none of that util, and Foxy9 takes this opportunity, the Killjoy afar. None of the util there to detect him. Can he get value out of this? We'll see how long Gen.G can stay alive, because Foxy9's going big. He's going deep in the paint, finds one, gets the headshot, tries to get the set, but he's done his job.
Yeah, that's really, really smart there, knowing that it's probably the op that you're going up against from stairs to just back right off. Texture waiting. Oh, he's so clean.
Yeah, I mean, he was pre-aimed on that one. Munchkin swings out of the smoke as well, but he's just buying time to allow Texture to reposition, stay alive in the site. Foxy9 finally taken care of, but Spike has been taken down. Texture finishes off, gets the reset once again, and Fung now spotted up top. It's just a matter of time to spam through from Charon, and Gen.G stabilizes.
We've got control of A main. Crossfires are really, really good. Now we're seeing good timeout. Well, it wasn't a tactical timeout, but, off of a little bit of breather, Gen.G's been able to reset.
Yeah, now going fast again, trying to change up that pace. That's something that Gen.G really commanded well throughout the 2024 season. Just being able to change the pace back and forth. It's going to be a double swing. Is he ready for it? Zhao, Bladestorm at the ready. He knows there is one more. Not quite sure which member it is, but soon enough they'll go through the process of elimination. Now mid has to push out. Otherwise, there's not much of an option for Gen.G. Their position's all told, but Munchkin finds that crack. starts to break open into A, so now you're not sure, is it mid to B, is it mid to A? Trace Esports a little bit spread out apart.
Yeah, it's so hard to read this right now. Usually you would expect maybe Munchkin trying to be backing up that push, but Yeoman's going to win that duel against Liu King. Oh, the Odin's so good for GEN.G.
Yeah, he's trying to swing. He knows that there's going to be another one. A great read from GEN.G, and now it's going to be just Yeoman all alone. He does have the spike, and he knows that there's one more. Not quite sure if he heard the drop 100%. Now he knows, but he has to win this fight. He knows they're pinching in. Needs to draw it out. Is there another? He just has no idea and can't win it. Trace Esports takes the lead once again.
Man, that's so well.
There are a lot of cables crisscrossing. That looks like that was a very quick fix. And now a beat heavy setup here for the start of the round for GEN.G. A bit different. They've always started heavier on the A side for the most part so far on this attacking half, and then tried to figure out where to go. But now back onto the Sheriffs. Now these are the ones you have to watch out, right? The GEN.G Thrifty. They like to open up that thrift shop and start rolling forward. So Trace Esports giving them a lot of that respect. But Zhao on an island, over and wide with the operator. So this is just like one-shot bail. Like, you just have to get out of there.
Yeah, let's see if GEN.G can read this. I think when he shifted down to that position, it wasn't identified earlier.
It's going to be a swing. Is it a good double, though? No, not at all, but he misses the shorty. He thinks they might charge him. He's absolutely trapped. And GEN.G, they will not only get Zhao, but also Liu King. Good coverage from Texture, being aware that there has to be someone guarding that jet. And that is sight wide open. Could be disastrous here for Trace.
That's just classic GEN.G there with the protocols. So well disciplined. Such a good job by this coaching staff to get them prepared for scenarios like that. And all the players know their role. Under Fury for Yeoman, gets one tag. Quick drop down. Oh, yeah. Got it.
Finally gets it on that third shot. Texture with a nice peek out, dwindles the numbers. Those rifle in hand now for Texture. He's still the Guardian now for Yeoman. Munchkin with the Sheriff. Good to see him back with that. And that's going to be the round for sure. But Feng Feng, can he get out alive? They're going to start to hunt him down. Yeoman's already behind. Trying not to get tricked by the alarm bot. Can't break it, but he just needs one shot. A little bit rushed on that one. Can't cover him too much, but he's done the okay. Some aim training. But Texture will clean him up.
Yeah, that's at that point. Now you have Foxy9 with his lockdown. Oh, this spam. Oh my god. Texture almost fights the dust there.
Yeah, and he's trying to get all the way down to the origin of the Tracers. GEN.G, he'll get some damage, but won't find a kill for his troubles just yet. However, that does give time for the lockdown to come in. Texture, he's trying to avoid it, runs to the wall, but he'll stay alive for now. Yeoman counter spamming across the site. Will pick up a kill himself. The Nano Swarms keep GEN.G trapped. Texture is already low, just a scratch, and he goes down. Liu King not quite cleared, still alive on the switch. Feng Feng now there, it's triple on the switch. And you still got Heibei coming in. Paranoia to open up the site here for the retake before the spike goes down and planted. And it's going to be Karon. He just bails, wants to reset.
Yeah, this is a really smart play by Karon. He's so good about being adaptive on the fly. He's even going to get aggressive towards stairs, but let's see if that's the angle that all three players of TE are going to really try to push for.
It sounds like he definitely heard at least one of those footsteps when they got close enough. Heibei just being the shield there with low health. Karon going to just go for the drop. Kind of mistimed his own fake out there. He finds one, but he can't get the transfer over to Zhao in time. And Trace Esports, they'll continue leading on, but let's be honest. I mean, look at the scoreline. GEN.G already doing decent on the attacking side, so it's Trace really pressured to continue to push forward.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just really good back and forth.
Good gunplay. And we'll see Munchkin Null Command back online. So is Heibei's. See if Trace Esports tries to get ahead of this Null Command. It looks like they want to shut down any sort of fast push all the way through A short, and if it's a Null Command on site, they will just back off after an op shot. The setup is there.
Now this is a crunch play for sure, but Heibei's hitting himself in the corner. Texture's still able to best him. Yeah. I don't know how.
And he's still alive as well. Dashes in, creates space, tries to go for the counter peek, and he's too low. Texture with a double kill, and Karon now swinging out alongside Yeoman. Again, this is just GEN.G. I mean, like you said, the protocols, the timings on swinging off of each other, but Texture also this time kind of single-handedly creating so much space on that entry.
Dude, he's so good. He's so smart. The way he reacts, like Heibei's in a great position. Texture doesn't really get the jump on him. Heibei has an opportunity there. But Texture able to out-frag him and then gets ahead of the door close with the dash and catches them off balance and gets another kill. I mean, these are the plays that set GEN.G apart, set Texture apart as a duelist in 2024. His instincts are outrageously good.
Yeah, if there's a difference between Texture and some of the other world-class duelists is that he doesn't make it look like he's always pressured to do that, right? But when it comes, like you said, when the time calls for it, on just a quick snap, he says, okay, well, I guess I do have to just go in on my own and create space, and I can still do that, right? Normally, yeah, it's all about team play, it's about my off and things like that. But if he needs to do it,
he can be aggressive, he can play discipline, he can op, he can do everything that you want. You know, he's got great Sheriff, he's got great Blade Storm. There's very little that he doesn't do well, especially on Jet. His Raze, I would say, is the weaker of the two main duelists that he plays.
Sure.
But he's still pretty solid at Raze too. I mean, we've seen it on Lotus in the previous year.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I would say that maybe because of that, and also just because of the way that you usually play Raze on certain maps, he's much more of a space creator on Raze than he is a fragger per se. But I like the way you put it, right? He's not a bit of a all my eggs in one basket type of duelist, but he is very much a team and system player. Like, you can plug him into any team and he'll still get the job done. And Charon jumping across, he'll stay alive. It is an eco on the side of Trace, so they don't want to give up any weapons. Gen.G, they're going to make sure that they can get out of this safely. Drawing out so much util too. I mean, Trace, they just want to know, should we stick around or not? And that's so much of BNK's arrows all thrown. Now all the darts are gone, just the drone on his side. Not sure if he wants to invest that even on the eco. That's a lot of credit investment already.
That's a fantastic micro play from Charon to really bait out all that utility, absorb a little bit of damage, sure, but gives him an opportunity. How does he even... He's looking the wrong way, and he's just ready to react. I mean, Texture is just so good, man.
Yeah, he's looking very comfy today, right? He doesn't look panicked at all. Doesn't look like he's forcing any of these fights. He's just playing good old Valorant, clearing the corners, nice and calm. And that's just going to be a 3K as we talk about it. And the spike will go in 10 seconds, but they will get the plant down nice and safe. Low King, the only one alive, door closed. Only has a Sheriff. I mean, listen, yeah, you can try to get some damage in, but also on the Omen, you know, the last-minute ultimate isn't going to be the biggest game changer. Just looking to do some damage, and if not, just go down to the spike, I guess. But he will get a fight whether he wants it or not. Low King, nice jump in from Yeoman as well, not giving up that headshot to the Sheriff. Love this
in Korea, and you know, I think all of us expect him in the next couple of years to just be an absolute superstar IGL, like one of those players that we're talking about, going to internationals, competing for titles, and being really, really smart and effective along the way. And what a mentor to learn under with Munchkin.
Yeah, I mean, if we can see him grow, right, under the likes of Munchkin and then, of course, HSK and Solo, that would be huge because just to add on to Yeoman's reputation so far, for those of you who watched Pacific Ascension, you know that SPG just looked absolutely dominant. And that was the story in Korea. Like, everyone knew SPG was going to Ascension, but Yeoman leads a team of rookies on Nongshim all the way to a map 5 in that grand finals, right? They grind all the way up there, and they take them all the way to the end. And a lot of that, again, was his decision-making to set up the rookies with their mechanics. That's Zhao, that's an easy op shot. Munchkin kind of waltzing right down mid, no support. So they get info on the operator. But now we'll see. Yeoman, Huntress Fury online. We've been praising him in the previous round. Can he do it? Texture gets taken out in the sky. And Low King also balancing out with a nice trade off of that as well. So site shut down, spike down. Information gained from Trace Esports with all 5 members alive. No command activated as well. Last round of the half. And they're just waiting. This is just walking into the crosshairs of Trace Esports. Looks very likely to be a 6-6 half. Unless Charon refreshes his greatest highlight ever. He gets one for it. Oh, he almost gets 3. Wouldn't have gotten the round either.
On him a little bit since he's kind of this player that's stepping in, and yeah, we saw some really good stuff. The operator looked pretty clean for the most part. A few hiccups here and there where he just kind of got out-dueled by Texture, but you know what? That's basically every player in the world, my friend, so nothing to feel bad about there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one if you want to try to get it done here during the offseason, but he does look like he's found his place. Not as explosive as we're used to from the likes of Kai or Fengfeng whenever they play Duelist on the squad, but we'll see if he warms up to it throughout this weekend. And that's just a 4-man wide swing into Tree here from Trace. They want to take that over. Ready for the pinch, but Gen.G knows this now. And look at Charon's position. Hiding in the smoke. Surely you suspect it, but can you clear it as Texture drawing so much attention from Evan, and Charon still gets a kill as well. They just cannot pick their targets on the side of Trace, and Gen.G, a nice here, the Yeoman flavor coming in. Not just the Guardians, still the same Bullet just getting that spam down. We've seen that a bit more towards the end of the year, I would say, where people would say, instead of an early Odin, we'll just start right away on the anti-eco with the Ares. It still gets some of the similar value, nice and early on. And 2 Bulldogs as well for Charon and Foxy9.
Yeah, they're doing a good job there, working together to clear that turret, to make sure that it's taken care of, that they have the ability to put a little bit of extra pressure on TE if they so choose, but looking a little bit similar. Kind of a stock standard A main hit. Leave your Killjoy on the other side of the map. And just Munchkin getting ready to throw that 0 point to check the Cubby. But it's a rotate here from TE, so throwing a little bit of a curveball at Gen.G. I like this idea. Trying to buy a little bit of extra time and space. Find another angle to work with, sure. Yo-Man gonna be checking this, and that's a dink, and Fung all but dead there.
Yeah.
Just barely got out.
Yeah, now you've kind of shown your hand a lot, especially with the alarm bot going down. Texture, he's not going to go for the spam. He just wants to provide backup. They've made the call. Gen.G is going to fill the site. The two members are going to anchor down, and Texture already ahead of the smoke. And once again, another shooting gallery coming out for Gen.G. 4 members alive once
around. Another rifle into the hands of your star Duelist. Looking for a little bit of info. Yo-Man now going for an interesting angle of the Ares there, expecting the player to potentially be in tiles. See if he can go for a bit of a spam battle, but GEN.G.
But can they push out B main? You know, the setup here, right? Trying to give that faith that it might be a tiles crunch and then spamming through with the Ares, which, by the way, a lot tougher to do at that distance compared to the Odin, but he still stuck it through. No actual damage done, but that gives him control of B main now. So now you can start to reposition if you want. We'll see if Texture decides to push out or if they rotate out. They've already kind of given up mid. Sure, alarm bot is there, but you might get pinched at any time. So it looks like Gen.G's ready to push out of B main should it become a pinch. Texture, he's waiting for info, but Foxy9 down. Texture, he's on an island. He's got to pick and choose. He's just going to decide to go deep. He just wants to stay alive. Over on the alley, he's trying not to get pinged. He hides from the recon, but it's a tough angle. He's going to get spotted from too many. Dashes right into the crosshairs of Zhao. Liu King also on the lurk. Gen.G can't make up their minds. 2 members now stranded in the middle of the map. Don't really have a choice. They're just going to wait for maybe some pickups. If they can get upgrades, great. If they can take away the other weapons, even better. And Yo-Man following through. Not going to spend too much time. Upgrades to the Vandal. They know that that was the lurker. So now they are going to try to pinch in onto the remaining 4 members. See how much Gen.G can get done.
This is going to be tough. You know, basically round probably about over unless something miraculous happens. But Munchkin waiting. That Guardian, good shots. Can only find one before he's taken down by Zhao.
Yeah, but he'll still get 1 away, and Yo-Man deciding to save this one nice and early as well. He'll still go for a peek or 2 now knowing that they're exiting. Oh, gets, yeah, right at the end of that scan. So he's just going to save it. Not too bad of a choice either. Obviously coming in on the bonus, you get a free upgrade from the Ares. It's not going to be too bad. I'm sure they would have liked to at least take away 1 more weapon. That would have really felt like it was an advantage for them despite losing the round. But it's just...
Good God, Texture already has 21 kills.
Yeah, he's been, I mean, kind of
crazy.
quietly but surely fragging out, like, non-stop. You know, still getting these double triples very consistently. So we'll see where he ends up, because round score-wise, this is still looking like a pretty tight game. The Odin continuing on the attacking side for GEN.G. Yo-Man now picks up his own as well, giving over the Vandal to a teammate.
Yeah, let's see what they want to do with this. And they're backing off. They don't like it. They were maybe expecting some kind of, you know, you do see this with, like, Texture where, you know, he'll push right along that wall, and there'll be a flash from, you know, either the Paranoia or the Munchkin flashes, whatever, to try to break open that angle towards Gelato, excuse me. And this time around, it didn't happen, so they just kind of pull back, wait out the 0 point, and now they're going to reaggress that angle. Sure, the one-way's there, but they can disrespect it this time. Did they tap that orb or not? I didn't hear.
No, not yet, but Karon, he safely backs out, decides he's not getting that second kill, just trying to stay alive. You already have Texture back here as well, so it's a 3-man setup. You know you have a stack here on the A side, so they're just going to stick it through. They're going to try to stay alive in the site. Karon trying to fish for it, can't find it. The Munchkin can't stabilize either. Too many targets, but Texture continuing for another, dashes out, buys time, knows that the last member is on the site with the spike. Backup has arrived. Fung, he knows that Texture should be low. Just going to try to bait him in. Nanoswarm already taken out. Trying to bait them onto the drop, and Texture goes high! That's so much time bought on that crosshair displacement. Yo-Man picks up the kill.
Crosshair, there's no way in hell he's ever coming back to get more than 1 kill out of that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, not greeting for it on the side of Texture, just saying, you know, someone will get this kill if I can stay alive this long in the sky. And that they did. Yo-Man picks it up. Odin continues over on the B side. Killjoy set up a bit more forward and mid as well. Same with the Nanoswarm right at the entrance of B. Ooh, oh, okay. Damage quite a bit traded on both sides, but I would say GEN.G taking a lot before he can even get any info. It's the tough side here, and that's a swing off the flash. Stinger coming in big for Zhao. That should be an upgrade. Dashes in, already space created. Paranoia should be relatively good, but he's not able to find a clean target right away. Eventually gets traded. Texture not stabilizing off of that tailwind.
Oh no, Texture ran into something there. Didn't get the tailwind to go the way he wanted. Foxy9 with a good headshot. Takes down Luo King. Has the opportunity to finish the job. Only one player left here. BeyondK stuck. Spike down on the site. The door is closed in front of him. This is going to take a tremendous outplay from the side of BeyondK.
Now they know for sure. I mean, they already kind of knew because he was spotted over on the side of B. But now it's 100%. 30 seconds still. You do have some time. So BeyondK doesn't have to rush, but he does have to find a kill.
Ooh, he might have caught the angle here.
Oh, yo, man, just a quick little...
Really strong IGLs, and we have some for sure, but the depth there isn't probably where people would like it to be frank.
Sure.
So having players like Yo-Man is incredible, and for Gen.G to snag him, to have a player that could be the future of this roster potentially, you know, is really exciting in one way or another. Whether it's just him being a sub-caller and a info gathering initiator, which is something this team desperately needed, to have that extra, you know, line of consistency. Yes, Lockyo very good for most of last year, but bringing in a young player like this, it really just shows you how dedicated Gen.G is to the future of this team, of this organization, and they don't look that different to me in terms like a lot of the way that they play and the way that they're thinking and the way that they're reacting. It's still just kind of, you still have that core there, right? You still have Texture, you still have Karn, you still have Munchkin.
Yeah, and I mean, Yo-Man, again, I actually didn't get a chance to double check, but if I'm not mistaken, he's also finished his military service, I believe. And I mean, he's actually been around in Challengers for quite a long while as well, so while he hasn't been up to Tier 1 as we watch Munchkin just spamming through, that's the pop flash. He spotted him on the way out of the smoke. That's 2 members down. The entry shut down, and Trace Esports, Spike stranded. They have nowhere really to go other than mid to B, and it looks like Gen.G is very well aware of this. The one-way coming down a market door, but Fung would be the difference maker. Finds that opening, baits out the op shot, gets some damage in. Paranoia to go in, but not much time. 15 seconds. Gen.G just has to stay alive, and that's exactly what they're looking to do. But Feng, once again, another one. Peeks in, he once again dodges the bullets, weaves in and out, and he wraps around with the classic. What is this man?
Spike planted.
Just walking all around the site.
It's bonkers.
He just matrixed his way all the way through 100%.
So good. Just the timings on those peaks and those other things to keep Texture completely off balance. We didn't get to see it on our screen, but he was dueling with them pretty early on. Yeah, you've got an Odin here for Yo-Man. Some spam coming through, some weak players. We're just out of Trace Esports. There's an opportunity here for Gen.G.
Yeah, they haven't quite found the kills they want, but they spot one. That's a good ping over on the recon. Now checking all the close angles one by one. They know exactly where he's at. You know he's low. Munchkin jumps in, not baited out by the turret. He tries to swing off, he's trying to spray, but the weapon swap, it's
push down towards mid. I mean, Karan's pinged it out. They're ready for this. They're able to get out of the way. Still, he's in trouble. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he's chased through. They spotted him. They know 100%, and they are pushing through. Understanding that it should be a relatively weaker buy. Now, it is a bit of a mixed buy over on the side of Gen.G. See if Trace Esports is taking that into account. Shorty in the back. They're aware of it. The Otis man, but they haven't spotted him yet. Oh, still gets it. The headshot right there with the bullet spam coming through. Feng not stopping where he left off in the previous round. 2 more to his name. Zhao gets the double as well. And then you still have to deal with the nano swarms. You have a very forward operator in mid from Texture, and then an alarm bot if you went for the pitch. Now, they aren't going to do that. They do have a Hunter's Fury. Can they go for the null command? No, they're just going to actually go for the spam with the Hunter's Fury, planting in Zhao deep. Texture gets one, but it's only Feng. Zhao now taking down Low King there to trade. So sight still in favor of Trace Esports as they close the door. Now they know Texture, he's broken it, but the smoke there. You slow things down, you can get the spike plant, try to reset, enough time for the 3v3 fair fight on the side of Trace Esports.
You've got so many flashes here as Gen.G. You've got the Paranoia just got used. You still got 2 more. Okay, well, forget that. Munchkin's on the ground.
Yeah, no command's still going off, but you're not going to see the flashes come out, and that is not going to be a tradable fight. Texture, he has to wait for them to peek, but they have no reason to. Discipline shines once again for the side of Trace. The recon coming out. Munchkin eventually goes down. No res off of that no command, and just going in with heroics. Texture can't.
So the team's picking up the pieces for him for sure. Early check with the knife. Texture with that Sheriff. Takes a shot into the wall. That's no hope of that ever hitting anything.
Yeah. Just a warning shot.
Just let them know. Yeah. Hey, I'm here, guys.
Yeah, we got Sheriffs. Yeah, you know how good they are.
Yeah. You want to come this way? Yeah.
And I mean, Karon with the judge, I love that he's not above that, right? He's saying, it's the judges in the game, I'll use it whatever time I need. And he's found great success with it, but I think we've seen it too often now that you have to start to get a little suspect when you see Gen.G on lower econ, that you might see that controller with that judge. So Trace, they're playing things calm, they're keeping their distance. Zhao, he's got backup, so he'll get out just fine. Tailwind, not quite going to be used all the way.
He did like Yeoman there, so Yeoman very, very weak. Getting a little bit of info off that knife. Karan, trying to dodge himself. Caught by the 0 points.
I mean, they're doing so much to try to hide this judge, right? You see the spam coming in from Texture again from behind him. He's trying to say, hey, you want to come in? It's a little empty. But Trace does not bite. They get the read. They're trying to jump through, but they jump through without information. There's the Trace back and forth. Texture still alive, but GEN.G, a nice swing out. They can even maybe get the res. He's trying. Oh, he gets him right near the end. KO. Yeah, hasn't been come up just yet. Oh. Okay.
TP.
And now Feng just going to pick it up as well. So a bit of a miscom there, but either way, somebody picked it up. But they are spread out. Karon, he has no idea really where Lil King might be coming in from. But he has an inkling, because you saw that from the shadows. Karon with a nice swing out, resets, gets the headshot. He wants to swap over to the Vandal. A little bit more of a comfort weapon. 1v1. Feng, currently the protagonist of Trace Esports, brought them right back into this game, this map 1. With that ace, he swings out and Karon's ready for it. The timing absolutely in favor for the spike scene, the ceiling for Karon yet. But Gen.G barely moving on to this lead. They want to wrap up their map pick of Ascent, as we are playing best of threes, try to get that lead in this series.
Yeah, there was the catch just a little bit on the Zhao through the wall there. That op, so he's beaten up a little bit. He's going to try to be leading the tip of the spear with that operator. See if maybe they drop guns over if they do try to make an execute.
Yeah, surely when the time comes, yeah.
But he's been just pushing angles with that operator, trying to, it's been a lot of mid control being attempted to be taken by them. Shock dart just to keep Texture a little bit at bay, pops the dash, at least can clear the turret, so got that going for you, but this is all a bit of a ruse maybe. We'll see. It still feels like TE is trying to figure out exactly how they want to set up onto this. There's still that lockdown to consider. There's still the Hunter's Fury, trying to find ways to isolate players, maybe find this pick with the operator, but Gen.G so disciplined.
Yeah, I think you're right. They really want Zhao to get that opening pick from long range first before they make their choice. No way. Are they going to go for just a double swing in with the recon, with the operator, but it's just going to be the operator left alive. This was not what was meant to happen. Zhao still gets one, but eventually gets spammed down through the wall. And now the intention all but broken as Lil King trying to stay alive, but it's just too many bullets.
Making sure they're not giving the opportunity for that operator to find any opening damage, find that opening pick. Now you've given yourself a really good chance here on map point. Close this out. You've got some huge ultimates in the back pocket you can rely on. You've got that Hunter's Fury. You've got that lockdown still. Yeah, there's a lockdown for Feng, but you've got the counter to it. You've got that Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, a bit of a risky, and now you're actually going to show Munchkin.
Please clear, Munchkin. Please. Help me.
Yeah, well, now you know that both are there. So Zhao ready for the repeat. And that does seem to be the big part of Trace's game is just hoping that they get that first pick. But if Gen.G doesn't give it, what's your next answer as we see them rushing into the scopes of Texture. Texture peeks out for another. He's reset. The backup is there, and now he's ready for a third. He's pushing out. He doesn't care. The disrespect comes in against the lockdown. Texture with a 3K, and now it is going to be the last kill going over to Karon as Gen.G leads this series 1-0.